Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I am so happy you stopped by. Today, as a continuation of my Battle of the BBs series, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the new Maybelline Dream Pure BB. This stuff, I'm so excited to bring this review to you guys because this is hot on the market right now. And they've had this, I believe, in the UK for a little while now, but Maybelline has just now brought it to the US. And I do want to mention the UK version has an SPF 15. This does not. So be very aware of that. Any facts, information, reviews you're looking up, this one will not have the SPF 15. But on to the claims of this. This is an 8-in-1 beauty balm and skin clearing perfector. And the kind of uniqueness or novelty about this BB is it has 2% salicylic acid, which if you know anything about skincare products, you know salicylic acid is great for clearing up acne, blemishes, and just kind of getting those blemishes cleared up faster and not clogging your pores as much. So a lot of times salicylic acid can be found in things like acne spot treatments, facial cleansers, exfoliators, and I'm a big believer in using salicylic acid. That is my #1 qualification anytime I'm picking out a spot treatment for acne or a cleanser. I always need it to have salicylic acid, and the main reason I need it to have salicylic acid, I don't have too much terrible trouble with acne, especially now that I'm in my 20s, not too much of a big deal. However, I have got very oily skin. So that salicylic acid can prevent my acne while keeping me a little less oily, keeping my skin a little more normal to dry. So I really appreciate having salicylic acid in a concealer, in a cleanser or a spot treatment. So when I found out Maybelline had a BB cream that had salicylic acid, I rushed to my local Walmart and was scouring the aisles to find it, and lucky enough they had it. So I picked it up. It was about $7.44 at my Walmart, and again, remember, Maybelline is something that you can find coupons for online and in your Sunday paper quite often. So on to this 8-in-1 benefits. It says 8-in-1 benefits for healthy looking skin today and clearer skin tomorrow. Clears acne, conceals imperfections, minimizes the look of pores, reduces the appearance of redness, adjusts to skin tone, hydrates, smooths, enhances, and clarifies. And it also says it has 0% oils and a lightweight feel. So I just want to touch on the benefits of this salicylic acid first off. Now, like I mentioned a while ago, I'm a big believer in salicylic acid in my cleansers, things like that. However, I don't like to spot treat any acne underneath my foundation. So any acne, blemishes, things like that that I have throughout the day, they kind of just sit there. I mean, I don't try to treat them under foundation because throughout my years of having oily skin, I have noticed I can tend to see the spot treatment underneath my foundation throughout the day. Things can happen that don't look quite so appropriate, and you don't want to draw more attention to little Herbert on the side of your face, if you know what I'm saying. But this stuff is really, really great. I mean, if you are acne prone, I think this is great. I think if you're oily, this is great. And I want to touch on why. The first claim is clears acne. Now, I really wanted to give this a good testing for you guys. So I've had this about 2.5 to 3 weeks now, and I have not used anything but this. In all of my videos for the past probably week, 2 weeks or so, I've had this on, and this is amazing. I really can't put it down. It really has made the skin underneath my foundation, underneath my BB, what have you, look so clear and so clarified and pure. And I didn't really start to notice it very much until a few days ago. I took my makeup off, and of course when you have this on, your skin looks beautiful. I have it on right now. Nice, just natural, really pretty, great great finish for oily skin girls. However, I noticed when I took my makeup off the other day, my skin underneath my makeup just had such a beautiful glow to it. I mean, it looked fresh, it looked alive, it looked great. And usually my summer skin is so oily and so not cute. When I take off my makeup, I just feel like it looks better with makeup on. The other day when I took off my makeup, I was truly impressed with how my skin looked, and I know it's because of this. I haven't used anything different in the past 2 weeks. I have only been using this different as far as makeup, skincare, anything. This is the only thing I've used that has been different. So I think the salicylic acid in a BB cream was a genius idea. I really do think it clears up skin. And another thing I want to touch on with that is I did have a little zit here when I first started using this. And it was pretty oily, pretty gross. I mean, it wasn't something that was going to clear up on its own. And of course I started wearing this, and within almost the next day it was smaller and the redness had been significantly reduced. So as far as clearing acne, I mean, obviously it's not going to be a miracle worker, but if you're somebody like me who has got little zits every now and then and oily skin, I think this is going to do it for you. I think if you're a teenager and you're struggling with your run-of-the-mill acne, this will be a great thing to wear. It's got very natural but matte coverage, and I want to touch on conceals imperfections and minimizes the look of pores. Yes, 1,000 times yes. This is not a light sheer BB cream. It's not full coverage. I'd say it's medium coverage, but it really does minimize the look of your pores. It really does conceal those imperfections pretty well. Like I said, I had a couple zits the other day. When I put this on, I didn't have to put added concealer on top. This was doing the job. It was taking away the redness and doing a wonderful job minimizing the look of my pores. So much so that I even actually think it's minimized my pores literally. Like I said, when I took off my makeup, my skin looked beautiful. I mean, I was so pleased with this, and I don't think I've ever come into contact with a product that has just done so much for my skin. I mean, I'm really impressed by this and kind of quite shocked, to be honest with you. And reduces the appearance of redness. Yes, completely agree with that. Since it is medium coverage, it's got some pigment to it. It's going to cover up that red on your zit, or maybe redness underneath your eyes. It's going to do that. Adjust to skin tone. I would say so. Now, this is, I got the shade medium like I always do. And it's sort of liquidy, but it's a little thicker than my average BB. Here it is on my hand, and I'm just going to touch that a little bit. It's somewhat liquid, but it's not as liquid as maybe the Garnier BB cream or even the Rimmel Stay Matte. It's somewhere between a cross between the Garnier BB and the Pond's BB. It's about the thickness of the Pond's BB, maybe a little less thick. So if you've tried that, you know, you can see on my hand the coverage already. That's one layer. And I've been fortunate enough that I find this gives such good coverage, I only have to put on one layer. So definite bonus in that corner as well. Hydrates and smooths. I don't find this is too drying for me either. And I have oily skin, but I do recognize there are certain spots on my face that have dry patches. I can get a little dry in the creases of my eyes, things like that. And particularly in the summer when I'm out in the heat, in the sun, my skin can get a little bit drier in certain areas. But this definitely moisturizes without making me oily, without giving me any sort of greasy look. So definitely does that. Enhances and clarifies. Like I said, I really think this has cleared up my skin. I think it's given me a much more clarified appearance of my skin, even when I'm not wearing this. Great. 0% oils and lightweight feel. Feels light. Love it. I've touched on every one of those benefits, and I truly believe in every one of those benefits. I am shocked about how good this is. I had very, very low expectations for this just because I have never tried the other Maybelline Dream BB. I've heard very poor reviews on it. However, that one is made for dry skin, and you ladies know I have oily skin. If you have oily skin, you're going to eat this up. You are going to love it. If you've got acne prone skin, I think you're going to love it. And I find it's moisturizing enough that even if you've got acne prone dry skin, I think you'll like it too. I mean, I just think this is the all around perfect BB cream. And you guys know I'm in love with my Garnier BB. I love that. It's got full coverage. Great for any day you want to conceal every imperfection, maybe go without concealer. But this gives a matte but natural finish to the skin. I can go all day with this, and I may need a touch up, but I'm never going to look like a grease ball or like I have a super shiny face. I mean, you guys can see now I'm a little bit dewy, if you will, but I don't feel greasy. I don't look greasy. I can wear this outside and feel comfortable with it. My only problem with this, no SPF. I don't know why they chose to have the US version have no SPF. However, I mean, that's really my only complaint with this. I will buy and buy and buy this again. I think if you can get your hands on it, do it now, because I really think this is going to be one of those things that is going to be out of stock when stores get it. I mean, my Walmart already has a limited shade selection, and I bought this about 2 weeks ago. So overall, I think if you're oily, normal, acne prone, maybe even dry, I think you're going to love this. That salicylic acid does the work. Basically, this is a hit, a total hit. Run, don't walk to your drugstores, get your hands on this and use it. You will love it. Give it a couple weeks and see what happens to your skin. I really think that you will have quite a significant difference in the way your bare skin looks. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but I know this salicylic acid is really doing what it says it's supposed to do. So if you're looking for a BB cream that's going to give you a matte satin finish but still give you a natural, nice look and have that good pigmentation and treat your skin, added bonus, this is it. This is totally awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. Be sure to stick around. I've got one more BB cream left in this series of the Battle of the BBs, and then of course will be my comparison of all the BB creams. Pretty much, you guys know I'm pretty happy with all my BB creams, but in the comparison I'm going to rate them on, you know, would I repurchase, things like that. So be sure to stick around for that if you're watching this series, and thanks so much for watching and have a great day.